welcome to Love and Life's Journey. I'm Chantel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to my channel and you like DIY projects and DIYs on a budget, be sure to hit that subscribe button and also the bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos. So, I just said in my last video that it didn't feel like fall here. Well, you can see I'm wearing a hoodie and today it feels like fall. So I have 3 really easy DIY projects from Dollar Tree items. These projects will cost $5 or less to make, and they're just easy to put together. So let's just jump right in and I'll show you these projects.
The first project is this lighted fall centerpiece. For this project, I will be using a hurricane vase. You can pick these up in different sizes from Dollar Tree. I would recommend getting the largest size that you can. I'm also using this leaf garland, and this one has some little pumpkins and also some berries on it. It's called the maple leaf garland, and it is about 5 feet long. I will be using some Spanish moss from Dollar Tree as well. I'm going to use 1 strand of these silver wire LED lights from Dollar Tree. And I'll be using this pretty fall plate. I actually got this one at Family Dollar for $1.50, but Dollar Tree does have some that are very similar to this that you can use. For this, you could use a hurricane vase, but I am going to be using a piece of glass that I will be repurposing from a decor piece that I had, and it doesn't have a bottom on it, and so the plate is going to serve as my bottom. But if you're using a regular hurricane vase, just set that in the center of the plate. Next, I'm going to take my string of lights and put some batteries in it and make sure that they work. And then I'm just placing the battery pack in the bottom of the vase. Because of the way this is put together, you would want to maybe put it together right before you were having company or something, because you need to turn the lights on before you assemble it, and it assembles really quickly, so it's not too big of a deal. I'm just putting some Spanish moss on the top of that battery pack to hide it. Then one of my pumpkins fell off of the garland, so I'm just placing it in the bottom as well as a leaf that came off. And then I'm going to take part of the garland. I'm not using the whole thing. I'm only using about half of it. And I am just going to put it down into the vase and kind of wind it around with the lights until I like the way that it looks. Next, I'm going to add just a little accent of Spanish moss to the side of the plate, as well as a few more leaves from the remainder of the garland, and then it's finished. My next easy project is this fall embellished jar with these glitter balls in it. For this, I will be using one of these glass jars with the silver lids from Dollar Tree, and I like the ridges on this because it kind of looks like a pumpkin. And I also picked up some of this glitter vase filler in these fall colors, as well as these adhesive diamond wrap with the maple leaves on it. First, I removed the label from my jar, and at first I thought it was going to come off easy, but it didn't, so I ended up using my heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, you can heat it up with a hairdryer, and this helps the label come off really easily. Next, I'm going to fill my jar with the vase filler, and you can do this before you decorate it or after. I just decided to do it before. My original thought was to put a strip of the diamond wrap with the leaves on it around the edge of the lid, And so I trimmed a strip just the width of the leaves, and I was hoping that would work, but it was actually still too wide. The leaves were just a little bit too tall, so it stuck up above the lid and it just didn't look good. So I just experimented with placing the diamond wrap in different areas on the jar and the lid, and I didn't like some of them, so I just tried something different. At first, I placed the strip around the neck of the jar right below where the lid sits, and I thought that this looked pretty good at first, but once I messed with it a little bit more, I decided I didn't like that, and I ended up changing it, and you'll see that in a little bit. But now I'm taking just a narrow strip of a single row of the diamonds and placing it around the lid. So like I said, I decided I didn't like that strip around the top of the jar, so I decided I'd try it around the bottom. But because of the shape of the jar, it didn't lay very flat and didn't look very nice. It wasn't very even. So I decided that was not what I wanted to do either. So I finally decided to take the lid off, and I just wanted to embellish the lid more. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm taking some strips that I cut that are the width of the leaves, and I'm just placing one across the center, and then I'm going to center another strip on the top half, and then another one on the bottom half of the lid. And then I'll just take my scissors and trim around the edge of the lid. And actually that angle that I just cut makes the next piece fit right along the edge of the lid really well. So I didn't even have to trim it. So that worked out better than I anticipated. And so then I just trim all the edges nice, and here's my finished lid. So once I decided how I wanted to put my diamond wrap on, this was just a really easy project, and it's just a fun little decorative piece to pair with other decor, and I think it looks great in my tray that I decorate and have on my table, and it just adds a little bit of bling to it, and so I really like that. The last project is this faux pumpkin and succulent piece. For this, I used one of the styrofoam pumpkins from Dollar Tree, and I will also be using 3 of the faux succulents, and I have still seen these at my Dollar Tree, so hopefully you'll still be able to pick these up now. I'll also be using some Waverly chalk paint in the color of ivory. Now, I did spray paint my pumpkin white first, and it did not work well. The spray paint does not go with the styrofoam pumpkin. It makes it sticky and has like a chemical reaction or something, and it doesn't dry. And so don't spray paint the pumpkin, just paint it with a brush and some chalk paint. Or I'm sure you could use just some acrylic craft paint as well. And actually using the brush gets into the seam better and just kind of fills in all the little holes in the styrofoam too. So I was actually painting a pumpkin like this for one of my other DIY videos for the pumpkin topiaries, and I will link that in the card above as well as the description box below, so you can check that out. But one of my viewers, Lisa List, suggested leaving the stem on the pumpkin to hold on to while you're painting it and then remove it afterwards. And I have to say, I can't believe I didn't think of that, but that's an awesome idea. Thank you so much, Lisa, for putting that in the comments. Great idea. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of truffle colored chalk paint and just do a little bit of dry brushing on the pumpkin to add a little bit of distressing or just some dimension and different shades to the pumpkin. And when you dry brush, you want to make sure you get most of the excess paint off of your paintbrush before you start. And then you're going to lightly brush your brush across the top of your project, and this will help some of the paint that's left on your brush just kind of pull off onto your project and just leave some little streaks on some of the raised areas, and that is what gives your project a little bit more of a distressed look. You can do this as much or as little as you want to, and if you get more than you're happy with on there, you can just paint the white over the top and try again. For this next step, I'll be using my hot glue gun, and I usually use Gorilla Glue sticks, but regular glue sticks would work for this as well. And so I'm just taking a little bit of Spanish moss that I bought for that other project that I did for the centerpiece, and I'm going to just hot glue some Spanish moss to the top of the pumpkin. Once I have that glued down, I'm going to remove the faux succulents from the little pots that they come in, and they just pull right out, so it's not hard at all. You just pull them out of the pot, and then you can use some hot glue, or you can use the stem of the succulent and push it down into the styrofoam pumpkin. Just whatever works best for you. I found that I was able just to press mine down into the styrofoam pumpkin, and they stayed put real well. Then lastly, I just took some scissors and trimmed up the Spanish moss a little bit, and then it was finished. So there you have it. Those are my 3 easy fall decor DIYs that you can make for $5 or less from items from Dollar Tree. So let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel to grow. And also let me know in the comments below what kind of projects you would like to see. Are you even thinking about Christmas projects? I've been thinking about it. I don't think I'm ready quite yet to start posting those, but I have been thinking about it, and Dollar Tree's been getting some Christmas items in. So leave that in the comments below, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you want to see more DIYs, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that YouTube will notify you when I upload new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day.